Love it. All right. Hey, good evening, everybody. We're on to episode 7 here, History of Guyana Hockey. And we're talking with the famous Frank Chin from 1970s Guyana hockey fame. Welcome, Frank.
Welcome to you
All
too.
right. We started this thing. First thing you can tell me is, how you started in the game and stuff like that. And then tell me a little bit about your background in the sport. Um,
Oh well, I started from I went to Queens, and there was exposed to like soccer and cricket and field hockey.
so when did you start at Queens? What year is that?
I say 62, 62, 63.
Okay, and then so first you start playing soccer like most people. Hockey was after.
Ye- Yeah, well, yes, about the same time.
Oh, okay, okay.
I was yes, it was at the same time I started, and I just migrated to hockey because to me it was easier,
Okay.
But I found I took naturally to the game, so I was a good soccer player too, and well, what should I say? I said already it, and then I started playing for Queens, and that's how it all started. And we started. We were a young team, no experience, you know, and playing against at that time they only had one senior league, which was the Hiram Walker League,
Mhm.
and it's like baptism of fire because we get them beat 7-0, 8-0. If we score one goal, it is it's icing on the cake.
Right, right.
So mhm.
So, right, so basically, when you remember, what were the other teams you were playing against at that time?
Yeah, you had GFC, GCC, I think, Guyana Sports Club at the time too.
Okay,
And then if almost around that time, they had a police and GDF,
okay,
if I'm not mistaken.
right.
And the odd time and later on you had like Linden people. Then we even had a little, but they never came into the competition, which was a Lenore team.
Mhm. Yeah,
Yeah, I used to play at Lenore too.
that was later on. Yeah. So like at the time they say like early 60s. So you started playing like first form, like you were on the hockey team right away, or took a couple.
Yes, more or less, yes.
Okay.
Yes, just practicing.
Mhm.
That's it.
So
Because
basically, so your let's see, first form through whatever, fifth form is playing for
yeah,
QC, and
yeah,
then
and that's when I got called to trials, and
okay,
I was 16 years and 3 months when yes, and then I first represented the Guyana.
okay.
I
Well, you
remember I kicked out Clive Lisson,
okay.
running ons, and yes, well, and that was it.
You play. So you were made a national team at 16,
And
basically.
3 year, yeah, 16 and 3 months.
Okay. And when you were playing soccer, it's basically the same position that you played for hockey.
Mm,
Uh,
no, it doesn't matter anything. I like forwards. I used to play inside
oh,
striker,
okay. Yeah, I
so
remember
that's
that.
why
I only remember you playing left back or right back or one of them two, then one the other.
I know you only see me play hockey. That's all.
Yeah, that's
But
all.
I used to be play soccer. I used to be that time. Then I started working at banks. This is way down, and I was captain for Demico House in the interdepartmental, and I've played against like Robbie Hood from Suriname
Hmm.
on Tour Spark Ground.
Okay. Yeah.
Actually, I think I was the only Guyanese in that tour that ever scored against them. And it was a spectacular relic kick. I
Oh,
can
look
never
at you.
forget that.
So
Well, that's the
basically,
kind of,
so like you, I usually think that people play like the position you play in soccer end up being the same position you play when you come to hockey, but your
yeah,
experience was different.
yeah, but I didn't play that much soccer. I
Oh,
just stuck to hockey, and
okay.
and it was good. Yeah,
And,
beer.
and you end up just being for hockey you were almost from the start you played defense or you were
Yes,
okay,
yes,
okay.
yes. Cosmos. They took me and they saw something in me that I didn't see, and yeah, and it was very educational for me
Right.
because learning at those times, for like the best, if not, you had the Gary Lee, Rollo Lee, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And they were wicked, man.
Hmm.
They were wicked.
Yeah, those the Cosmos used to win everything back in those days for sure.
I can tell you, which is debatable, as you said, but
Yeah,
it's
they
there,
had a
black and
moment.
white.
They had a moment. Yeah.
It's
I
there. We
think
had a quite a run for a few years.
yeah, yeah.
We used to have a Deer Shield, a different other little, leagues, and well, not league, but for Shield, I don't know what the competitions,
Right, right.
right? And then even indoor started at national sports.
Yeah, that's I think the first one I remember, the first one I ever played was 75. So I know that's when I was
Yeah,
just coming up in my time, at
yeah.
13. But yeah, so basically you made the national team at 16, right? That's your first tour you all went to.
Suriname
You went to that was the Suriname trip
in
everybody.
'69. Yes.
Okay. So you and Compton made it roughly the same time.
Yeah,
He
I
was on
think
that tour
he came
himself.
after.
Oh, okay, okay.
I think he came after.
And then so like that was six, you said 69. So then the next big
71 the Pan Am Games.
right, Panama 71, right?
Yes, and then we had, well, in between you had, it's okay. We had in 71 we had San Fernando came down before the Pan Am Games,
Okay.
the club side.
Right, right.
They taught us quite a lesson, new things,
Mm-hmm.
which I'd be willing to try.
Right, right.
And it was a muddy, I can never forget, it was in GFC, it was muddy. And this is where the overhead pass, the scoop, was coming into play.
Okay.
And I worked on that because as a defensive player, oh yes, I scoop in right over everybody from the
Nice.
and it was joke because they were telling me Riba, Riba, Riba. I know it's over. I know it's overhead pass. So I started telling them, no Riba, and so on. And it came back to haunt me. But when they met, I was at in Cali,
Mhm.
outside the dorm, our bedroom thing, because we stayed in university there. And there were these Spanish Argentina's national team coming, and I coming out my bedroom, and they asked me, "Who's Frankie Chin?" I said, "Oh, I don't know. Oh, he's inside, or he's out, or something." Because they wanted to put a face,
Right,
because
right,
I
right.
gave them a hard time
Yeah.
at GFC.
Oh, okay, they already know your rep. Nice.
Tell me about it. Yes, and I'm rough like them.
Yeah, yeah. I was gonna say back when I was growing up, I was first thing I remember is like hearing. I know it's a rumor, sheer lies that Frankie Chin is a dirty player. I'm like,
It's
yeah, no, it's sheer lies. People telling about you, right? Yeah.
it's well, it's bordering on not only dirty but over aggressive.
Okay.
Some people take it that way.
Okay. Yeah.
And I was like a kind of mini enforcer.
Okay. Got
You,
you.
you touch my little like Lindsay Lee in the national team, you
Uh-huh.
know, he's small frame. The minute you touch him, oh, right away, I don't mince matters.
All right. Yeah.
That's why it appear dirty. I'm just tit for tat.
Yeah. Yeah. But somebody
And
got to
you were
kind of
coming into my defensive area, so I'm the boss, not you.
love it. That's how you got.
They call it intimidation.
But yeah, you gotta have your thing, right? This is you guys demand some respect from people.
Yeah, and then we had anyhow, not in the order, but then we had horse wine
Right, the coach, right? John.
game, and he taught me to stick on me
Hmm.
actually.
Okay.
And one of the things being on the left, in the playing the left half, is the reversing, because hockey is the right-sided, right stick, right-handed game, and I work hard on my reverse. I would, for many a time, I would just be hitting a ball against the wall, me alone,
Uh-huh.
on the reverse.
Okay.
And I had pretty good eyes and coordination. That's why no ball used to really pass me.
Hmm.
And
Okay.
I held that right wing, that right side, no attack must come through there.
Hmm.
And then your father Skip, God bless the dead. I love playing with your father.
Uh-huh.
I love playing with all of them. Those are nice days.
Yeah, yeah, definitely, definitely. That's one thing
And Chris, Gentle
everybody I talk to
Giant,
is like say,
and
yeah,
then after the end, you had Georgie,
right.
for kind of thing.
Yeah,
He
yeah,
was
definitely.
fast. He
Good
was
time.
fast.
Yeah. That was
Yeah,
the
so
thing.
yeah.
So basically, '71. I think like from talking to other people who were on that tour,
Yeah,
everybody said that was a good set of games. The results were good. Uh,
yeah,
the competition was good.
yeah.
And right after that, like 72, they had the quadrangular thing in Guyana.
The
That
Memorial Trophy, I think,
right,
or
yeah, yeah, and Guyana won that, beat
oh
every
yes, I think we won everything.
Barbados, right?
Yes, yes, and yeah,
And then like I think even 73, you went. They had it in Jamaica after that, and you were on. You
yes,
you went on
yeah.
that,
Oh yes, I was in. I was part and parcel of the team.
right? So like no, I always wonder like what. So typically, I don't know if this is your experience or this is how you see it as well, but by the time 75 Pan Am Games comes around, it's a lot of the same players, right? A lot of the same team and everything, right? And some good
Yes,
new players, and
yes.
yet most people seem to have like I feel like that was not as good showing for Guyana. Is that your thought as well, that it wasn't really as good as the
It's
71 time?
yeah. Well, a lot of it is from lack of exposure to high class competition, because that's the only way you can progress.
Right.
And this is what we suffered big time. Because it's like me and you playing together every day, and you beat me and I beat you, but I'm not learning anything from you, and you're not learning anything from me. We need to get out our comfort zone
Yeah,
and
that is the story.
learn a few things.
Yeah, yeah. That really
Yeah.
is the story for us. So that's what you figure like at that point in time, by the time you get to 75, those other countries had been doing that. They had been playing and traveling and learning from
Yes. Yes.
players, and Guyana was pretty stagnant at that point.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Yes. It is, and I don't think they ever really survived, because of course at that time I in after 75, I was in Mexico. That was a Mexico game, Pan Am Games,
Right.
and that's where I got myself into trouble.
Oh, well, what job you got? What job you get yourself
Wow,
into?
come on,
People want to
I
hear.
I
People,
broke a
this is why
curfew and whatever, and
people come into here to hear these stories, man. You gotta tell some stories.
well, I'm man enough. I fess up, so
Let's hear it. Tell the
yeah,
people. Tell the
uh,
people.
right. You can't change history. You
Right,
know,
exactly.
you
People
do
don't
the
know it
crime,
though.
you
They
do the
don't
crime,
know
you
it.
pay the time.
Exactly. So what happened? Tell the story.
So I think I was banned from international for 2 years,
Uh-huh.
and that's where I threw up my. That's the end of it. But otherwise, I know I had a pretty nice, illustrious career. You know,
Yeah.
I must
People
say, and very
people
interesting,
people want to hear why you were banned for 2 years.
because I broke the curfew. I was in Mexico. I came back late one night.
All right.
And to tell you, if I can remember, I wanted to see Acapulco.
Right, right.
I jump in the taxi. I know about the curfew, but I jump in the taxi, and so I had some money in my pocket.
Hmm.
So I said, I wanted to tell him, the guy, the driver, and he said, oh, yeah, yes, and, well, yeah, see, and he started driving. It was like driving me off the map, and we can't reach this place, and it's dark, and, and eventually when we came back, that was it.
Yeah, he just kept driving.
Yeah,
So
I know. So.
so did you get to see Acapulco at least?
Oh Jesus! I've seen it in the suspension letter, but that was funny. That was funny.
And,
That was funny.
at least you can drive through Mexico somewhere. The good. Okay.
But I know. But,
So basically, so you come back after
that's
70,
history. So
yeah, definitely. So 75 and you're not playing for Guyana anymore. But you continue playing like locally, or you just stop playing period after 75?
yeah, more or less in Guyana I stopped, and then I carried on with life.
Right.
Working at a Demico house there, and then I migrated and brought the family out in '85
Oh, okay.
to
Okay.
Canada. So.
Yeah. Right.
To Toronto, and that's where I met now Running Ants back again.
Right.
I
Right.
was on. He was had his team, very enthusiastic Toronto field hockey, and I played not too many games with them. And hey, I had to tell me, hey, just relax. I'm here to set up my life again.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, and it's starting all over again.
Yeah.
And I can tell you this, that if I can do it, anybody can do it.
Mm.
Once you're not lazy.
Yeah, there you go. All right.
And you must be a little aggressive. I didn't say dirty.
Yeah. You're rolling with that. All right. No, no.
And
But
that's the problem with lots of players.
yeah.
They don't give the 100%.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
Oh, and pleasant memories I had one time. I think it was in 2007 or there, but we had the Guyana National Indoor. They had a tournament up here in the Rim Park in Guelph. I think it was they called the Panama
Panama. Yeah. Okay. Panama.
Indoor.
Right. Right.
Yeah, but so I kind of had the whole side over in my house, trying
Nice.
to them to build team camaraderie and and
Right.
things like that. I even did the fundraising. They had some green T-shirts,
Hmm.
which I peddled. I sold for them here.
Okay. Nice.
Things like that. I tried my little best.
That's all good. Yeah.
Yeah, and
Share
that's
it.
it.
Everybody could do that. Yeah. Did children play any hockey at all? Growing
No,
up? No.
no,
No?
no,
Yeah. It
no,
stopped with you. All right.
no. That's me.
Yeah.
Man,
That was it.
just me.
Yeah. They had no interest. All right.
No, no. They interested. Mm-mm.
Yeah. The
Oh,
same.
and then one of the things with me, I gravitated once at Queens was playing soccer because my father, he was, they used to call the BG in the Territorial Series
Hmm.
in 1934.
All right.
And because we have pictures of it, right? That's how I know. So I'm
Right.
like, okay, I want to do like my father. I want to represent, Guyana and so on.
Hmm.
But I had a wicked left foot too because I'm a right footer.
Okay.
But I always like to go and work on the weakness.
Hmm.
Like in hockey, even remember when you play indoors, I give you guys, even outdoors, I give everybody a chance on the left, but I would just thief the ball from you.
Hmm. Not
You know.
me, but okay.
Oh yeah, come on. I know, I know, I knew when all four first started.
Uh,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
one of my highlights though was scoring like 3 goals in 2 minutes there.
Nice. All
I
right.
don't know if you can remember. It wasn't Old Fort.
Nah, we couldn't.
No, because you guys were the fast. I
Yeah.
must. You're
Was
fast.
back overs. Yeah.
Yes, you're fast.
Right. It could have
Uh,
been.
but other than that, oh, and then what's it again? We were national training. We go to Jamaica too, and we were practicing at the GDF and indoor.
Mhm.
And I slipped and I dislocated my shoulder, my right shoulder.
Wow. Okay.
Oh, and I got it. Oh, they were physiotherapy that time with Walter Chin, Dr. Chin, in
Right,
the
right.
hospital. Oh, he fixed me up, and we had when we went, everybody had to shut them out that I'm not injured, right?
Hmm.
So when we won that tournament after two, then one of the guys, Jamaican guys, I think he came and he slapped me on one side my left shoulder. I said, no, it's not that shoulder. It's the right shoulder. The right shoulder.
and,
Because that was funny.
and then the game, right? And
We
the game
won it
never
already. And it's like they're saying, imagine you win, and I'm just 90%, and I can't,
for sure. So yeah, so like you played pretty much. So like when you dislocated, how like how much more day how far ahead of the tournament was it that you dislocated your shoulder?
it's just before we go, before it's like a week and a half. Yes, a week and a half.
Oh man. Yeah,
Physio work, they work the bottom half of the hospital there.
yeah, yeah.
Yes, and through Walter, he was the medical superintendent of
Right,
the
right.
hospital at the time.
Hmm.
He was a pretty good player too.
Yeah, yeah. He was definitely he was on guy. He was a national player too, right? Yeah,
Yes, Hafu, yeah, because they went to Jamaica and so on with your dad and
right.
those guys, and yeah,
Sure, that's
it's
good. Yeah,
it's
man. Those are the stories. That's what we're looking for. I think getting perspective, getting stories about how people came to the game, what they did in the game.
yeah.
Anything that all the memories, bring it back. Let's and I think like your perspective on why you know Guyana didn't progress from
Mhm.
71 to 75. No, that's useful information because I think a lot of that stuff still happens.
And
And we need to try and obviously we try and I think
mhm.
the exposure to get outside and see.
But I think lots of people that are suffering. I was just back in Guyana there for 5 weeks, but I didn't really get to really see any people with hockey and things like that. But people not they're like it's a half dead sport because there's no future. I think
Mm.
they more look to soccer or cricket or something where they can make money.
Yeah, I mean,
No, there are no professional field hockey players, you know.
yeah, I mean it's a limit. There's some, but it's limited. Like you ain't gonna be a millionaire playing hockey, right? It
Yeah,
doesn't.
and people think it's like a girls' game, but it's far from being a girls' game. I can tell
Yeah,
you that.
nothing, guy. And most of the country, most of the world don't feel that way. Like most of the world
Yes,
they play, they know
yes,
it's here in the US and Canada. Maybe people feel like, but
yeah,
in most other places, it's a man's game,
hmm
or both.
yeah,
Anyway, I feel like we ran out of time. And just send me a message since I don't Zoom.
yeah. Okay.
Oh well, this is good, man. Hey, yeah, I appreciate the time and everything. And like if you know any of the others, you number seven. I don't really know who's still around and who you know.
Well, Trevor is there, and I'm trying to
Yeah.
cajole him to do whatever. But like everything else, he's back in Guyana. He's
Oh, okay.
on there
I'll try
too.
and connect with him somehow. Let's see.
Like yes, because he has WhatsApp. I know
Okay.
because I talk to him on WhatsApp all the
All
time.
right. All right. I'll
But
check
it's
with him.
just like everybody, they just don't. There's no urge, and so. But it takes a while because for people to really open up.
Yeah, it's all
Maybe
good.
people don't want to talk about it.
Yeah,
But I
maybe
don't care.
kind of different. We can see. Hey man, I appreciate it, and hopefully one of these days I'll be over there, and I mean come fishing up where you're at now. See,
Oh yes, that's not a problem.
good
It's
man.
not a problem. You
All
know.
right,
You know, and what should I say? Anytime, anytime, anytime.
sure. All right, man.
Yes. All right. Just
Appreciate
thanks for you for having me, and I hope to what should I say? I hope Guyana will improve and do better in
it.
future.
Yeah, we making strides. Hopefully, we can see some changes coming up soon.
Yeah, in whatever little way, shape, or form I can assist, I'll
Sure,
be there.
we can work it out. All right, man. Thank you
Okay.
much.
Thanks,
Stay.
buddy.
Bye bye.
Bye. Yeah. Bye.